Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another week of Guru Mantra meditation. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Jiwan. Hi, Karen. Hi, Teresa. Welcome. Jazz as well. Nice to see you again. And Gab after the weekend. Hi, Sunny. Good morning, Val. Hi, Beck. And Sophie. The big 10K, yeah, I know. We recently made it to 10,000 followers on Instagram, which is great. And hey, Brie, I mean, it's one of those just achievements in terms of building community, and I have to say that from the start, you know, I oversee the collective, of course, in all ways, but the women who built the Instagram page are Ruby now, Amy, good morning Kitty, before that, and Elise before that. Thanks, Alicia. Yeah, and I really think that it is hi Judy again. It's the creativity of these women who have been part of the TLC tribe and doing the work as well, and they've all been training with me, and so you know they're kind of connecting with the teachings and with the community every time we post. And I think that that doing this work, doing this daily meditation has been really kind of also bolstered the whole community as well. Thanks, Angela. Hi, Catherine. So yeah, it feels special. It feels exciting to have that happen. Ciao Simone, buongiorno. Thank you, powerful women going out into the world, spreading the light. Hi Warren. We had a really big weekend as well. Yesterday, the whole team were filming. Hi, Maria. Whoa, up and at it, even though you had the late shift last night. Thanks, Helen. We have. Oh, that's so nice, T. You've definitely made a change happen during this COVID. Thank you. Because, you know, however many people show up, whether it's 50 or whether it's 100, as long as these teachings are hitting and having impact on somebody, that's the most important thing. And I guess that as a teacher, you know, I sort of teach that when I'm doing my teacher trainings. Hey, Brie, doesn't really matter how many people are showing up. You know, even in your first class as a yoga teacher, and you might have one person show, then give them the best private they've ever had, and make it this the deepest connection. So I'm glad that it has had an impact on you all. Change. And Stas & Co, who they have beautiful brushes that I use, the dry body brushes, had a post today that I just read. Hi Chantal. And it was, you make an impact on one person, and that person then has an impact on all of the people around them. And I think that when we can feel a little powerless to create change, that knowing that you can create impact with just one person is enough to kind of create that butterfly effect. Yeah. So I'm so glad that you're all part of this community. It's a big, it's a big and exciting time in lots of ways, to be able to continue to grow the community. Like, even if things have shut down in a way for us, we haven't been able to do trainings in the same way. Our teacher training stopped, and there's so much uncertainty, but at the same time there's been this real kind of gathering of people in this time. The butterfly effect. We all have a profound effect on the people around us. So don't don't ever think that your words and your actions are just for you, because they really have had, everything that you do affects everybody else. Oh, that's amazing, Helen. Well, I like to think that it's the teachings, that I've had lots of amazing teachers in my life. I've been really, really lucky to not just have the one teacher. I've had so many that have kind of created who I am as a teacher. And what made them amazing teachers was that they were really embodying what they were teaching, and they were able to bring the teachings to life in some way. And so in the end, it's really it's the teachings themselves that are doing the work on everybody. And this is the power of yoga, the way it spreads. Who would have known when this started? TLC is unique and very special. Well, I like to think so. Thanks, T. Hi, Sari. Hi, Jess. Welcome. Yeah, in fact, just to kind of carry on with that, one of the students who's joining us today sent me a message, and it was an email. There's a little, it's like there's some personal parts to it, so I don't want to go into too much detail, but what she said was that TLC at the moment, the community and these practices are again filling a missing piece that had become hollow within her yoga practice. She feels a richness in her heart, a quiet determination to keep doing the work, to consider my choices, to accept my dharma as a mum of 2 boys, to accept that my previous profession as a marketing manager is over. This was so hard to accept. That even, teaching has changed for her. She's found acceptance and stepped away from the notion that she needs to be perfect in the live when she does them. I'll come back to your comment, Elle. To be okay to trust what's unfolding for her personally, which is largely led by her yogic lifestyle. And how, as a yoga teacher, you can change somebody's life. And I think that it's not just as a yoga teacher, it's as, any kind of person who is living and embodying the teachings, or who is sharing positivity and kindness and compassion. Having the space to consider and understand what is important other than what is expected of us, away from cultural influences, away from social expectations. And she also mentioned how, as she listens to these teachings in the morning, her family are around and the kids are kind of listening and learning a little by osmosis, which is great because you don't want to shove anything ever down somebody's throat, especially not yoga, because they'll go the opposite direction. They'll turn to law and finance. So don't do that with your kids. Kidding. I love lawyers. They're the best. I have many lawyer friends. They're all awesome. I was an architect too. We're on the same wavelength of intensity, lawyers and architects. Just kidding. But yeah, having the teachings around and perhaps having this in the background and not being really stuck on the fact that it has to be your time or super quiet time, that your partner might walk in and out of the room, but they just, thanks Catherine, they just know that that's what you're doing, and they notice that there's a shift, and it can be that you make a change on somebody's life without you even talking to them about it, without you even having to say, well, this is what I learned today about Om Namah Shivaya and all the rest. It's that you just start to embody it and you have a profound impact on everybody. Morning, Al, you did the deep breathe. such a good way to start the day. I highly recommend if you can do a deep breathe before these practices. They're so good. It awakens the energy body. Well done. So knowing that we have an impact, not just in the words we speak, but how we embody and how we just live this work, and keep going with it, even when it feels like nobody's listening, nobody else is changing. You keep being that. Embody it, embody it, embody it, embody it. Today I wanted to move into a new mantra, just leading by example, not being perfect, but just showing up. That's right. And I want to put a caveat out there about imperfection. You know, my best friend Shay is always like, loves it when she hears I'm doing something a bit naughty. I get, you know, jagged out. I watch Netflix, well, I don't watch Netflix, but, you know, I'm really into my TV shows as well. I'm not, like, I meditate and do yoga a lot, but I try not to get really stuck on having to be perfect all the time. I apparently had a coffee with Alana at some point last year. I think I had a whole coffee. I don't think it was good for me at all. I don't know why I decided to do it. You know, because we've been talking a lot about coffee. It's not something that I do regularly. But yeah, it's not about perfection. It's not about dropping into laziness either. You know, you hold yourself up to high standards as much as you can. She's got proof. Lana has proof that I apparently drank a coffee. I do remember feeling pretty crazy after that. But yeah, this is the human experience, Jordan, exactly. And there's so much joy to be had in life. So we do all these practices so that we can enjoy life, but we just want to watch that we're not escaping all the time. That's all we want to. We want to be present. Yeah, the wild side of Cyan. I just live in a cave after this meditation. Yeah. The secret caves of St. Kilda that nobody knows about, that's where I live. I put on my garb, I go and I just chill in the cave down at St. Kilda Beach. Yeah, that's the way it goes. But yeah, I mean, what is it to be a yogi? It's to find moments of stillness in the mind, to embody what arises for you in those moments of realization and in stillness, to be less reactive, and then to enjoy this existence and be as present as possible in it. Because believe me, it's going to be over very quick. St. Kilda Yogi Sea Caves. There's a whole bunch of us down there. You're all gonna rock up. We can have 100. How many can we have if it's outdoors? Yeah, getting up at 6 a.m. on holidays to do the 2-hour practice. That was you, Elle. Because, I mean, I don't know, as I get older, I think, holy moly, where is the time gone? And I've had some moments of self-reflection. I watched this, I had to put together a CV, which, oh my goodness, CVs, I don't do them anymore. And I had one that was sort of already there, and there was a video of my time in Mumbai as an architect, and I was watching over it, and I kind of had this these pangs of nostalgia, and where has that time gone, and who was the person on the screen? It was this kind of mini documentary that this business show, this ABC business show did on the architectural work that I was doing at that time. And it's just like a 5-minute clip, but I was really, you know, where has that time gone? Who was that person back then, you know, living in India doing that work? And it just made me really feel like I have to be very present in this. We don't want to spend all our time drinking alcohol and watching TV and, you know, eating to numb ourselves. Be really present to this, because it's going to be over. It is going to be over. How long did I live in India? I lived in India for 2.5 years. So that was 2012 to 14. And it was a really magical time. It was an incredible time. I felt very alive in that time, I would say. And I think that that is what the yogi is as well. And that is what you can embody, that feeling of aliveness, because you're present and you're not necessarily reacting in the same ways. You've created space in your day at the start of your day. You're not reacting, you're not caught in your mind, you're not busy in your mind and distracted from what is really present and in front of you. You're able to feel into yourself. You're able to be honest with what's going on with you. You're able to express that. And then being that has this effect on everybody around you, just being in that space. It really has a profound effect. Like I think about the Satsang co-founder, Beck, who's a really close friend of mine, and I used to go to Bali and see her, and she is, you know, one of the most embodied yogis that I have ever met. She will always be up and doing her practice, and she did TM meditation when she was maybe 11. Her mum, this amazing woman, she got her two kids, Claire, who created my website, my beautiful website, and Beck, who is really such a close dear friend to me. They both did TM and continue to do it, and she would be up every day doing a meditation. Didn't matter whether I was sleeping in the bed next to her or, you know, what was going on. She would always do it, and then she'd go and she'd do her practice, and she was so embodied, and it had such, you know, she didn't ever have to say to me, Cyan, you know, it's 6:30, time to get up. She was just living it. And it has this really positive effect. It's so much more powerful than trying to tell somebody, you should be meditating. You know, it's especially annoying when you have a partner that you really want to meditate and they don't. They're going to be super annoyed by you if you tell them to meditate. It's a fact. It's a well-known, studied fact. So you just have to be it. You just have to live it and know that you'll have the impact. So let's get into this practice that will have profound impact. And the mantra this week is Sat Chit Ananda, which is said as one whole word. Sa Chit Ananda. You think that's you to your husband? Yeah. Don't do it. It'll be the same thing as the kids who become the lawyers and the stockbrokers. They'll go the opposite way. So we can say this mantra either in 3 parts. Sat, which is like the truth, Chit, which is the mind, and Ananda, which is bliss. The truth of the mind is a blissful state, which is a nice thing. We can just slowly use the mantra to reveal that state or encourage that state of bliss within us. But we can also say it as Sat Chit Ananda. And you might have heard that there are different gurus from the 20th century as well called Satchitananda. It is a very key mantra. It's in the Bhagavad Gita as one of the key mantras to remember as well. So please find a comfortable seated position. Move through your neck or stretch if you need to. Settle into your seat. Lengthen through the spine. Take a deep breath in the nose, out of the mouth. One round of Om. Inhale the gaze to the third eye. Om. We allow the mantra to lift our vibration, that sound of Om, lifting us out of our everyday, mundane way of being, distracted, reactive. And we allow ourselves to elevated state of consciousness, one that is present, connected, and connected to the universal and the eternal aspects of the universe. And from this space we consecrate. Palms can face up like an offering, and we offer it all up, anything we might receive. And as we offer up this meditation practice to a greater power, we step into a sacred space. This isn't about us anymore. Offer up all of the karmic fruits of your practice to something greater, and then wait for a response. You'll feel it from above. Now please rest the hands down, perhaps tips of the thumbs and forefingers touching in Chin or Gyan Mudra. And we begin by saying this mantra out aloud. Sat Chit Ananda. We'll say it as one word. Sat Chit Ananda. Sat Chit Ananda. Sat Chit Ananda. Sat Chit Ananda. Sat-chit Ananda. Sat-chit Ananda. Sat-chit Ananda. A little softer. Sat-chit Ananda. Sat-chit Ananda. Sat-chit Ananda. Sat-chit Ananda. Sat-chit Ananda. Until it becomes a whisper. Sat-chit Ananda. Sat-chit Ananda. Sat-chit Ananda. And the mantra becomes so soft that it is a silent mantra now within. Satchitananda, echoing within the mind and the body. Satchitananda. The truth of my existence is bliss. I allow my blissful self to be revealed. I uncover all that is blissful by dropping into still silence for 10 minutes. go deep into this mantra for the final few minutes. Satchitananda. Let the mantra be your whole focus. Satchitananda. Satchitananda. Now, with the mind focused on the mantra, release the mantra but keep that mind in focus. And allow the mind to be without an anchor. Present and focused. What arises in this space? Now gently bring the hands to prayer. Rub the palms. Press them together. Rest them at the heart. We'll seal our practice with a cleansing breath and one breath of Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Bow our heads to acknowledge the power and the impact that we have on those around us. Every action, our attitude, our energy flows, creates the world around us and impacts the people closest to us. That is power. To that inner power that we know exists within us, that we feel and sense in those around us, to that power and potential we bow and say Namaste. Namaste. So thank you all so much for joining this morning. I wanted to let you know that the Guru Mantra meditation that we do is now also on the membership space, and there are 3 different timings. So there's a 10-minute, a 20-minute and a 30-minute. So if you're wanting to go deeper into this mantra but you still feel like you want to be guided, that is now up and on the website for those who are members. Namaste to you all. Thank you for joining. Nazna, Carrie, Lucy, nice to see you. Soul Samurai, hi there. Satnam, Clarence and Kate, thank you all. Thanks Hayley and Carrie. Bree, Lily, thanks Sove and Danielle. Kirsty, thank you all. We've got a few new practices coming up that we shot yesterday. So Sophie shot a beautiful slow flow, super juicy slow flow is coming. Ruby taught another delicious yin for those who are fans of the Ruby yin class. And thanks Luce, I'm glad. And thanks Simone. She also did a 20-minute Kriya set, and Casey shot an amazing pranayam. So Elle, you'll love this one as well. We've called it Wake Up. So you can do it in the mornings or in the afternoons. It's so good. It's really like wake up, get into your day, feel alive. And she was meant to do a slow flow, but it was not. I was like, this is not a slow flow. It is really slow and steady, but we had all of these really grounding postures. We were standing a lot, and I'm like, that's not fair to call it a slow flow because it's quite intense. Like, my butt cheeks are still killing. I did it 2 days in a row. What is Kriya? That is a good question. Maybe I can talk about that tomorrow. Oh, Johnny just joined at the end. Hello. So there's a whole heap of new content coming up, and if you are wanting to do the Guru Mantra for longer periods of time and be guided, then that is also at the top of the webpage. You're definitely going to check out the new content. P.S. Love the Yoga Nidra before sleep. You slept so well last night. Yay to that. That's so good. This week I'm going to do another Yoga Nidra, and this one will be on Dharma and soul purpose. I've done all the planning for it. It took a lot longer than I expected. I don't usually plan much. I don't know why. I really felt like, I think for soul purpose, I felt like I've really got to like drop into that. So I'll record that this week, so that'll probably be out next week. I know I've been doing it for a while, but you would also love a teaching on Kriya. Okay, yes, I'm happy to talk about Kriya tomorrow. You might need to remind me. I don't think I'll forget, but just let me know. I'm happy to just use this time to answer questions about practice. So have a beautiful day, everybody. Great. I'm so glad, Kitty, that you enjoy the Nidra. I love Nidra as well. Enjoy your day. Be present. Remember the impact that you have on everyone around you. Step into your bliss. Thank you. It's beautiful to know about your roots and see you flourish in your journey. Oh, thanks, Kat. You love the Nidra. Good. I'm glad. Yeah, I mean, I'm happy to tell you more about my journey if it comes up as a question, or if it's something that you want to know, just ask it in these times. But yeah, be present, step into your bliss, be that person who is magnetic, who gives out positive energy and impacts people positively in the world around them. Be that person, even just for today. So lots of love to you all, wherever you are in the world, whenever you're listening to this. And I will see you tomorrow.